In the realm of distributed machine learning, federated learning, FL, has emerged as a prominent paradigm that leverages local data and computation power of mobile clients for training deep learning models in a privacy-preserving manner. However, Florida encounters several challenges, including low communication efficiency and device heterogeneity. Federated Distillation, FD, a variant of Florida, addresses these issues by exchanging only model outputs, knowledge, during training, avoiding the cumbersome transmission of model parameters. Despite the remarkable success of FD, previous research efforts have focused on performance improvement, communication optimization, or system compatibility, while overlooking security challenges. Specifically, FD is vulnerable to logits poisoning attacks, where the knowledge uploaded can be easily modified without adequate protection. This vulnerability arises because the central server cannot directly monitor the local knowledge generation during FD training, allowing malicious participants to interfere with the model training process. Although pollution attacks in Florida have been extensively studied, the field of poisoning attacks against FD systems remains underexplored. To address this gap, we present PCFDLA, Peak-Controlled Federated Distillation Logits Attack, an advanced and more stealthy logits poisoning attack method for FD. PCFDLA enhances the effectiveness of FDLA, Federated Distillation Logits Attack, by carefully controlling the peak values of logits to create highly misleading yet inconspicuous modifications. Furthermore, we introduce a novel metric for better evaluating attack efficacy, demonstrating that PCFDLA maintains stealth while being significantly more disruptive to victim models compared to its predecessors. Experimental results across various datasets confirm the superior impact of PCFDLA on model accuracy, solidifying its potential threat in federated distillation systems. Federated distillation, a variant of federated learning, exhibits distinct characteristics that make it vulnerable to targeted attacks. The authors propose a novel logits attack method, peak-controlled federated distillation logits attack, which addresses the limitations of their previous work, FDLA. PCFDLA strategically adjusts the confidence of logits closest to the correct answer target to a preset higher value, while setting the confidence of other non-target types to lower values. This allows the model to predict correct answers independently, unlike FDLA, which loses the ability to identify correct results after multiple training rounds. To assess the effectiveness of attack methods, the authors introduce a new evaluation metric that measures the impact of the attack on the accuracy of both the attackers' and non-attackers' models. They evaluate PCFDLA on multiple datasets, including CINIC10, CIFAR10, and SVHN, demonstrating its superior performance compared to FDLA and baseline algorithms. The authors acknowledge the limitations of FDLA, including its inability to predict correct answers independently and its lack of exploration of the precision of the attackers' and honest participants' models. They discuss related work in poisoning attacks in federated learning, including implicit gradient manipulation, in-labeled attacks, backdoor attacks, and the introduction of fake clients. These attacks, although well-studied, are not suitable for federated distillation due to its unique characteristics. The author's novel approach and evaluation metric provide a critical advancement in understanding the vulnerabilities of federated distillation and the development of effective defense mechanisms. In the realm of federated distillation, FD, a paradigm that leverages knowledge distillation for model optimization in federated learning, FL, this paper addresses significant gaps in existing research. It introduces the peak-controlled federated distillation logits poisoning attack, PCFDLA, an innovative method tailored to exploit vulnerabilities within FD scenarios. The paper begins by highlighting the limitations of current FDLA strategies, which fail to effectively mislead models into providing highly accurate but incorrect answers. This deficiency stems from a lack of consideration for both Florida and FD scenario characteristics, as well as the potential vulnerabilities introduced by tampering with knowledge. The proposed PCFDLA attack method aims to overcome these shortcomings by integrating precise misleading capabilities and controllability. This is achieved through the manipulation of client-side outputs of knowledge results, which can contaminate the knowledge received by other clients and potentially degrade overall model performance. The paper also explores the effects of malicious modifications at various stages of knowledge transfer, including the impact of participants with different identities. The key notations used in the paper are outlined in Table 1, including the number of clients, total number of attacked client devices, local data, cross-entropy loss function, global knowledge, distillation loss function, knowledge distillation weight factor, samples and labels of the KTH client, model weights, prediction function, extracted knowledge, learning rate, transformed confidence vector, perturbation factor, confidence ranking function, transformation function, and confidence tampering function. The paper also discusses the average accuracy of all clients and victims, providing a comprehensive framework for understanding the proposed attack strategy. Overall, this research aims to fill critical gaps in the literature by introducing a novel attack method that takes into account the unique characteristics of FD scenarios and explores potential vulnerabilities in federated distillation. In the context of federated distillation, FD, each client K, where K is an element of the set 1, 2, K, optimizes its model parameters by combining the cross-entropy loss function LCE on local data DK and the distillation loss function LKD on the global knowledge ZS provided by the server. The server coordinates the collaborative learning process by aggregating the logits from all clients, which involves iterative communication rounds, each consisting of a local optimization phase and a global aggregation phase, ultimately updating the local model parameters. During the local optimization phase, each client K optimizes the objectives defined in equation 1, where beta is the distillation weighting factor, and xk, yk, corresponds to the samples and their associated labels of the local dataset dk. The optimization components JCE and JKD can be expressed using equations 2 and 3, respectively, where weak denotes the model parameters of client K, and f, weak, is the prediction function on client K. The server performs the aggregation operation over client's extracted knowledge Zk, typically formulated as knowledge averaging, as shown in equation 4. Upon acquiring global knowledge on the server, it is disseminated to all clients, and each client updates their local models with learning rate LR to align with this shared knowledge, as formulated in equation 5. Additionally, the authors introduce the concept of federated distillation with local attackers, FDLA, which involves manipulating uploaded knowledge. Figure 1 illustrates how FDLA attackers manipulate uploaded knowledge, highlighting the potential security risks in federated learning scenarios. In federated distillation, a malicious method known as federated distillation with logits poisoning attack, FDLA, has been developed to disrupt the joint learning process by altering confidence levels of logits output on local data. This involves sorting and rearranging confidence values for each sample, where C equals C1, C2, Cn represents confidence levels corresponding to each label, with C denoting the confidence of the ith element, and N being the total number of corresponding labels. However, FDLA neglects the importance of maintaining the attacker's own ability to accurately judge samples. To address this limitation, peak-controlled federated distillation with logits poisoning attack, PCFDLA, has been proposed as an enhancement over FDLA. Unlike FDLA, PCFDLA only modifies uploaded data, leaving local training results intact. Attackers can identify the most misleading incorrect answers and make targeted changes to maximize the impact on the final result. The PCFDLA transformation process involves sorting confidence values, defining a mapping T, and mapping the element with the highest confidence to a set value S, while the remaining elements are mapped to the opposite of S. This manipulation can lead to a decline in the performance of other models that use this modified answer as a reference answer. The PCFDLA attack compromises the integrity of uploaded knowledge by manipulating the confidence of generated knowledge for each sample. This is achieved through a confidence tampering function, which maps the second highest confidence to a preset hyperparameter value and reduces the confidence of other labels. This transformation predicts a similar result to the correct result, thereby reducing recognition accuracy. The execution process of the PCFDLA attack involves 3 steps. First, the confidences are sorted to obtain the sorted indices. Next, a transformation function is defined, which maps the second highest confidence to the preset confidence and reduces the confidence of other labels. Finally, the transformation function is applied to the original confidence vector. The transformation function is formulated as C equals X, C, where X, C, I, 2, S, and X, C, I, K, S, for 1 is less than or equal to K is less than or equal to N except K equals 2. This can be expressed as C equals S if I equals 2 and C equals S if I does not equal 2, where C is the transformed confidence vector, I is the index of the confidence vector, and S is the preset confidence value. When the malicious client's knowledge is uploaded to the aggregation server, the server performs the aggregation operation, distributing the aggregated global knowledge to each client. The clients then update their local models based on this new information, leading to a misled training process due to the polluted logits stored on the server. Ultimately, the attack causes erroneous guidance throughout the training process, convincing models to accept incorrect answers and resulting in the brainwashing of all models. In federated learning, two variants of federated distillation algorithms, FDLA and PCFDLA, are proposed to mitigate attacks from venomous clients. Algorithm 1 outlines the client-side process, where local model parameters are updated using the local dataset and logits are uploaded to the server. In the event of an attack, the logits are modified according to specified equations. On the server side, Algorithm 2 aggregates received logits and distributes the updated model back to clients. The key distinction between FDLA and PCFDLA lies in their attack strategies. FDLA involves manipulating the aggregation server by sending misleading messages, whereas PCFDLA cleverly modifies logits values during the local client knowledge upload phase, ensuring the most misleading answer is sent to the server. This attack not only affects the learning of all clients but also retains the recognition ability of the attacker, making incorrect answers even more misleading. To evaluate the effectiveness of PCFDLA on federated distillation systems, victims-oriented metrics are proposed, which assess the system's performance from the perspective of victim clients. Existing evaluation metrics, such as average recognition accuracy, are insufficient, as they focus on the average accuracy of the entire model. A new evaluation metric is introduced, measuring the change in accuracy of the victim group, providing a more comprehensive assessment of the attack's effectiveness. The importance of using multiple evaluation metrics is highlighted, including average recognition accuracy of the models, to determine the system's effectiveness and practicality. The need for a comprehensive evaluation framework is emphasized, as existing metrics used to evaluate the performance of misleading attack methods on federated distillation systems are limited. In the realm of federated learning, a novel attack method called PCFDLA has been proposed to minimize the average accuracy of all models and victim models. This approach introduces 5 new metrics to evaluate the impact of different attack intensities on victim model performance. These metrics include the average model accuracy of all models and victim models under various scenarios. Experiments were conducted on 3 datasets CINIC10, CIFAR10, and SVHN using Anoni, I.D. data distribution and 2 federated learning frameworks, FedCache and FD. Each dataset was divided into 50 Noni, I.D. parts, with the degree of data heterogeneity controlled by the hyperparameter alpha. Model convergence was ensured throughout the experiments. PCFDLA was compared with 3 baseline algorithms: random poisoning, zero poisoning, and misleading attack. These baseline algorithms modify logits during training. The results showed that PCFDLA had the most significant impact on model accuracy, causing an accuracy loss of up to 520% under both FD and FedCache algorithms, across all datasets. In contrast, the baseline algorithms did not significantly affect the model, and in some cases, even improved the model's recognition rate. As the proportion of malicious attackers increased, the effectiveness of PCFDLA strengthened, reducing the model recognition accuracy to around 20%. The authors concluded that PCFDLA is the most effective attack method, achieving the lowest recognition accuracy of 31.22% in the FD algorithm with 30% malicious attackers. The effectiveness of various poisoning attacks on federated distillation and Fed cache algorithms is evaluated, with a focus on comparing the average recognition accuracy of victim models before and after different attacks, under varying percentages of malicious attackers. Tables 2 and 3 present the performance of the models on the SVHN and CIFAR10 datasets, respectively. In federated distillation, the peak-controlled Logits poisoning attack, denoted as PCFDLA, achieves the lowest recognition accuracy. On the SVHN dataset, PCFDLA induces a decrease of 7.49% and 16.39% when 10% and 30% of the attackers are malicious, respectively. Similarly, on the CIFAR10 dataset, PCFDLA achieves a decrease of 3.49% and 16.39% when 10% and 30% of the attackers are malicious, respectively. In the case of Fed cache, PCFDLA again proves to be the most effective attack, achieving the lowest recognition accuracy of 26.57% on the SVHN dataset when 30% of the attackers are malicious. On the CIFAR10 dataset, PCFDLA achieves a decrease of 13.71% and 28.07% when 10% and 30% of the attackers are malicious, respectively. These results demonstrate the vulnerability of federated distillation and Fed cache algorithms to poisoning attacks, highlighting the need for robust defense mechanisms to ensure the security of federated learning systems. The recognition accuracy of various models on the CINIC10 dataset is presented, showcasing the impact of different poisoning attacks under the federated averaging, FD, and Fed cache algorithms. Notably, the results demonstrate that the PCFDLA poisoning method significantly degrades the average accuracy of victim models, particularly when the percentage of attackers increases. A graphical representation of the convergence impact of three attack types in CIFAR10 with 30% attackers is provided, tracking average accuracy per communication round. The PCFDLA method consistently leads to lower accuracy than other methods, indicating its potency in degrading model performance. The distribution of malicious and non-malicious user models after principal component analysis, PCA, dimensionality reduction is also illustrated. This visualization enables the identification of the separation between malicious and non-malicious users within the dataset, which is crucial for developing strategies to mitigate such attacks. Table 4 presents the average recognition accuracy for all models before and after applying random, zero, FDLA, and PCFDLA poisoning methods under both FD and Fed cache algorithms. The results underscore the importance of understanding the impact of different poisoning methods on model performance in a federated learning environment. The findings emphasize the need for robust defense mechanisms to protect against these attacks and maintain model accuracy. By understanding the effects of poisoning methods, researchers can develop effective countermeasures to ensure the reliability and security of federated learning systems. In the context of federated distillation, the peak-controlled Federated Distillation Logits Attack, PCFDLA, has been demonstrated to be an effective method for manipulating client models. As shown in Figure 5, while the Federated Distillation Logits Attack, FDLA, generally reduces the average recognition accuracy of the model without significantly impacting the victims, PCFDLA results in an accuracy loss of nearly 10% for both the overall model and specifically for all victims. Experimental results on the CIFAR10 dataset reveal that after 40 rounds of misleading attacks, the number of times the model misclassified cat samples as deer increased from 5,014 to 10,620, growing from 10% to 20%. Furthermore, principal component analysis, PCA, is employed to validate the stealthiness of the attack, illustrating that as the number of malicious attackers increases, the difference between their models and those of the victims is not significant. An ablation study is conducted to explore the relationship between hyperparameters and performance, focusing on three aspects: data distribution, the number of participating clients, and model architecture. The study examines the robustness of PCFDLA concerning data distribution by comparing the effects of three different poisoning methods with varying alpha values. It also investigates the robustness of PCFDLA concerning the number of participating clients by setting up scenarios with different numbers of participants. Finally, the study explores the robustness of PCFDLA concerning model architecture by evaluating the performance of 3 different poisoning methods with homogeneous or heterogeneous models. The experimental results demonstrate that PCFDLA is the most effective method overall, and its effectiveness is influenced by the distribution of data among clients, the number of clients in the federated learning network, and the model architecture. The ablation study provides insights into the robustness of PCFDLA and its potential applications in federated learning. The Fed-cache algorithm is evaluated empirically under various poisoning attacks and data heterogeneity levels on the SVHN dataset. The impact of poisoning on model accuracy is demonstrated in Table 5, which showcases the lowest and second lowest accuracy values. Notably, PCFDLA poisoning has the most significant detrimental effect on model accuracy, with average accuracy values ranging from 37.72% to 22.62% across different data heterogeneity levels. In contrast, the no poisoning baseline achieves an average accuracy of 55.85% to 37.36% under different heterogeneity levels. The FDLA poisoning method also exhibits a significant decrease in accuracy, with values ranging from 52.77% to 35.73%. The random and zero poisoning methods have a relatively less pronounced impact on accuracy. The effect of the number of clients on model accuracy under a 20% poisoning ratio is investigated in Table 6. The results suggest that the number of clients has a significant impact on accuracy, with larger client pools resulting in decreased accuracy. Again, the PCFDLA poisoning method exhibits the most substantial decline in accuracy, with values ranging from 55.43% to 19.95% as the number of clients increases. Table 7 examines the impact of model structure on accuracy under a 20% poisoning ratio. The results indicate that model heterogeneity has a significant effect on accuracy, with heterogeneous models generally outperforming homogeneous models. The PCFDLA poisoning method again demonstrates the most considerable decline in accuracy, with values ranging from 27.51% to 33.61% for homogeneous and heterogeneous models, respectively. Figure 6 provides visual insights into the effects of the constant C for Logits control on model accuracy, showcasing the impact of this parameter on performance. In federated distillation, the novel Logits poisoning attack method, peak-controlled Federated Distillation Logits Attack, PCFDLA, demonstrates robustness to data heterogeneity and model structure. Experimental results, presented in 3 tables and 1 figure, showcase the effectiveness of PCFDLA in comparison to Federated Distillation Logits Attack, FDLA, random poisoning, and zero poisoning. Table 5 illustrates the impact of data distribution on these methods, with PCFDLA decreasing the recognition rate from 37% to a minimum of 22%. In contrast, FDLA, random poisoning, and zero poisoning maintain around a 2% impact on model accuracy. This suggests that PCFDLA is resilient to data heterogeneity. The impact of the number of participants is presented in Table 6, where the results show that as the number of clients increases, the impact of FDLA, random poisoning, and zero poisoning on model accuracy slightly increases. However, PCFDLA maintains about a 10% model accuracy loss, demonstrating its robustness to participant variability. Table 7 highlights the impact of model structure on these methods, with PCFDLA causing a model accuracy decline of about 20%, regardless of whether the models are heterogeneous or homogeneous. This underscores the robustness of PCFDLA to model structure. Figure 6 displays the impact of the hyperparameter C-value of PCFDLA on model accuracy, where an increase in C leads to a gradual decline in model accuracy by about 20%. This indicates that the hyperparameter C of PCFDLA has a controlling effect on the strength of the attack. The experimental results conclusively demonstrate the strong attack effect of PCFDLA across various settings, showcasing its effectiveness in federated distillation. PCFDLA can control the strength of the attack and interfere with model training at different intensities, making it a potent Logits poisoning attack method. In the realm of machine learning, knowledge distillation and federated learning have emerged as pivotal concepts. This comprehensive review encapsulates a broad spectrum of existing research in these domains, encompassing visual intelligence, edge learning, and federated distillation. The authors delve into seminal works on knowledge distillation, Hinton et al., 2015, Wang and Yuan, 2021, model compression, Wu et al., 2021b, and federated learning, Deng et al., 2023, Zhang et al., 2021. They explore frameworks for heterogeneous federated learning, Deng et al., 2023, personalized federated learning, Zhang et al., 2021, and ensemble knowledge transfer, Zhou et al., 2022. Moreover, the authors address various aspects of federated learning, including data poisoning attacks, Sun et al., 2021, Yang et al., 2023, backdoor attacks, Gong et al., 2022, and model poisoning attacks, Cao and Gong, 2022. They also discuss federated distillation, Wu et al., 2024b, Pan et al., 2024, communication efficient federated distillation, Sattler et al., 2021b, and semi-supervised federated learning, Idahara et al., 2021a. Furthermore, the paper delves into knowledge distillation in the context of federated edge learning, Wu et al., 2024a, class incremental learning, Wu et al., 2024a, and global knowledge distillation, Yao et al., 2023. It also cites practical guides to knowledge distillation for federated learning, Mora et al., 2022, and surveys of knowledge distillation in federated edge learning, Wu et al., 2023b. This review provides an exhaustive overview of the existing research landscape in knowledge distillation, federated learning, and related areas, underscoring the importance of these concepts in various machine learning applications.